All right, so today we're here with The Matrix Unveiled and the Journal of a Jedi. So, guys, are we living in a simulated reality? Are we living in the Matrix? Is Elon Musk correct? What do you think, Tanuj?
Well, I think, yes, we're definitely living in a simulated reality because you can actually find this, certain scientists have proven that there is a coded matrix. There's a dude named Sylvester James Gates Jr. who found the matrix code within reality as they were doing quantum mechanics and quantum physics experiments with the Large Hadron Collider. And so there's all these different organizations like CERN that are basically smashing particles together to examine if there is actually a God particle, and that God particle would be the source code of reality. So if you look at the way that light operates in a binary form, where it's a wave or a particle, it shows that it's actually being observed and it's responding to the observation of a person's perspective. So that would mean that it's conscious and sentient. And since everything is made out of light, E equals mc squared, we know that this is just a compressed waveform of energy. And energy is binary in nature. So I would say, yes, we're living in a simulation.
Cool,
It's a
cool.
long explanation.
Anthony, what would be your answer?
Honestly, my answer would be my entire life I've always believed was a simulation. I never really believed like I was on Earth for just a normal purpose. Like I've always felt like there was something huge like gonna happen in my life as I was growing up, and it's happened. Like the whole world is totally broken apart in a way where I can manipulate it. I can interact with the energy without even seeing the energy. I look for data. I look around at the trees. I listen. I pretty much pay attention to my environment so well that it begins to have patterns. As I walk up streets that I've trained on, things start moving automatically. As I walk down streets that I've never been on, nothing moves at all. So there's a memory going on between trees and animals and birds. They tend to hang out in the same spots a lot when you train. Cars go by you that have like repetitious colors like red, blue, black, red, black, blue. You know, you get these weird passing vehicles as you train, and you're wondering how come they didn't appear half an hour while you've been outside. You pull out your pinwheel and 5 minutes into training, a car drives by, or somebody opens their door and looks outside and watches you. Yeah, you've been outside for an hour and none of that stuff's happened. So there's got to be something triggering the energy that's controlling everything else around you. By you playing with energy, you're throwing the system off. There's a balance, and when you mess with the balance, a jet might appear in the sky, but it only appears for like 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and it's gone. There's definitely an equation to life, and there's a push and pull always. It's always giving you this direction or this direction, and I don't believe the world is so natural. I really don't. I don't think weather's as natural as we think, because trees can make the wind. You can go up to a tree and share energy with it, and it starts blowing like crazy, but where did that wind come from? It came from the tree. It didn't come from the sky. So who's to say that weather's not created from like a tap? You know, you tap into the trees, you tap into whatever's around, and you create the situation. I don't really know, But what I do know is from training, I've seen this world a different way. And I definitely believe that it's not as natural as we're meant to, live in. We're told it's natural, but it's not.
Cool, cool. So I have a question for both of you guys. How is our reality different than the actual movie, The Matrix? Starting with Tanu.
Yeah, that's a good question. So number one, they talk about, there's only one Neo, where as far as concerned, everybody is Neo. You just have to train to that point. As Anthony was saying, it's simply a matter of becoming tuned to the system and recognizing the data that's flowing through. And then eventually you peel back more and more layers of the system. You see how the planes fly above you when you're using energy in a certain manner. The planes will always fly above you. The cars will always come. The person will always walk. So the system is pretty similar to the way the Matrix describes it in the movie, but there's differences in the fact that I don't believe that it's actually machines, quote unquote, that are harvesting us, as it is so much an energetic kind of system that is containing our energy. So it's similar in the fact that yes, the energy is being contained here to siphon and drain a person and keep them reincarnating and keep them stuck into the matrix. But it's not the same in the fact that there's physical machines. There is a machine, but that's the system that you would call. And there's definitely those Agent Smiths that you see in the movie. And there's older code programs as well. So all of that stuff is legit. So a lot of the movie is very, very accurate. The only thing I would say is, one, we are all Neo, so you can all reach that potential. And number two, you can't really jump out of the matrix as easily as they make it seem in the movie. Like, if you want to leave this matrix, you have to be a skilled meditator. You have to be skilled at leaving your body. And even then, when you're leaving your body, you're not really leaving the matrix. You're just going into a different dimension. Leaving the matrix entirely requires an extreme amount of energy to blast off. That's what, when you take DMT, when you take ayahuasca, or when you're really, really good at meditation and energy, you can blast off to the other side of the veil and go there and then be there. And then this matrix is gone. So, in the real world, in the movie, they talk about how the world is an apocalyptic hell. But actually, the truth is that in the real world, in this world, when you leave the matrix, the real world is heaven. That's like the celestial world. That's the world of the elves, or paradise, or heaven, whatever you want to call it.
Awesome.
The ancestors' realm.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about you, Anthony? How do you think it's different? How is reality different from the actual movie, from your point of view?
Kind of funny, because I've been thinking a lot about the Matrix in the last few months. How it was put together, whoever thought of it, who created it, what kind of thoughts he had, and what information he had to make these movies or whatever. So close. We can make wishes. People can do amazing things when they really, really need a miracle to happen. That's to say magic exists. Like, magic does exist within this world. It's just woven right into the fabric of the world. We just have been denied access and knowledge because it helps make you live longer. It makes your life expand. You become you're real. You're a real person. You're not devoted to making money for the government. In the movies, like, Neo had to take a pill, the red or the blue, or I forget which colors. I haven't seen it in so long. But just the choice of taking a pill to accept reality, you do that in life. I took 50 hours to move a piece of foil. That was taking a blue pill for me. That was taking
Red
a
pill.
big leap, or a blue, whatever. I mean, the color of the pill, it's the fact that you had a choice of leaving this reality or staying. And I chose to leave, but I chose to leave by making hope of something that may never happen. Like, Neo had to really believe, like, he was going into this world where the air wasn't just air. Morpheus says, is the air you breathe, do you really believe it's air? And I've been wondering, because I'm friends with the air. I manipulate the energy. So what am I really breathing? Am I breathing air? Am I breathing energy?
Code.
Am I breathing code? Yes. So
Mhm.
the Matrix, you really think Neo's not breathing air. He's not breathing energy. He's breathing a code. So that's what we do. We breathe a code.
Yeah.
And I believe as you get deeper into this wake up, if you will call it, like I've just changed my whole life in 2 years. I was not this person 2 years ago. So as I wake up more, I'm seeing this code, not visually, but I can feel it. I can feel the changes around me now.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
something's gonna happen, I'm right there. I know. I can almost reach out and catch a cup before I knock it over. Okay, there's a code there. So
Uh-huh.
Right.
life is all code, man. And when you really get deep and you find yourself, you can tap in and make magical things happen. Which that's what the movie's about. Neo
Mhm.
finally discovers himself and knows that he is in control of his own world. No matter what, he's really the
Exactly.
one in control. So
Right.
that's what
Okay.
I have to say, man. The
Right.
world is
Awesome.
definitely a veil, and you have to remove it slowly and pick it apart.
Awesome, guys. Yeah. So Tanuj has a website called The Matrix Unveiled. Literally, it's called The Matrix Unveiled, and that's where he teaches telekinesis, aerokinesis abilities, and stuff like that. So definitely, guys, check that out. And also, Anthony has a free Facebook group called. Sorry, what is it called, Anthony? It's so long.
It's learn telekinesis through videos, the Jedi way.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, definitely check those guys out. And the Matrix is real, guys. And well, it's slightly different in the movies, but you guys can definitely learn to manipulate it. So definitely check them out, and we'll see you guys soon.